Hello, beloveds, beautiful co creators, and omnipresent observers. Hopefully, this week has been very beautiful for you guys, filled with lots of joy, good laughs, and just pleasant experiences. And hopefully, you're full of abundance and um, your heart is shining through. Um, I wanted to make this video talking about why people shy away from um, themselves. Um, I mean, it's funny because you are this very highly powerful person, very I mean, like you can say like the omnipresence of the divine or the conscious energy is within all of us. It is the core of who we are, and yet we fight to go back there. Um, when I mean, it's a very easy process once you understand to just flow with it, but um, a lot of people still, um, are afraid to let go, and it just becomes like a really like tough task, I guess, when it really is just effortless, really, because it's who you are. So it's actually a lot harder, and it takes more energy and everything to be this other thing that you're not. But since you've been that since a long time, like the identity with the ego, that it just feels normal to like live in a constant state of distress and anxiety and and to go back into like a healing state is almost like a really big task. And I think the bottom line of this is that you know it's painful. It's pain healing before the healing process takes place. It's gonna be very painful, and people don't like that. People don't like that change. People don't like to 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 go through those really high states um of it's like a shock, a nervous shock. That's almost having to take place when you're going back into your natural or original core self, because we're having to let go of all these things we've held on to, and that are just illusions. But it it's the pain we have to go through it. We have to go through it. The more like that we postpone it, the more that we uh, the like almost you can say it's the harder it's gonna get. And the sad part is that it's gonna take something really drastic, something really traumatic, something like where your life's gonna kind of have to fall apart through circumstances out of your control, rather than you, for example, rather than me, taking the proper steps to eating food that's aligned within what my body really needs, and hanging around with people that my mind is healthy with, and my emotional heart is healthy with, having a job and relationships and all this stuff. So if we don't change these things on our own will, things are gonna happen where it's gonna change for us, and it's gonna be even tougher. It's gonna be much harder. Unfortunately, we like to learn the hard way. We like to, you know, go through these like states of like, rather than us quitting the job that's not good for us, we get into the state where we get fired, or something happens, and then it just gets worse. Or rather than like stopping hanging out with this person, um, because they're bad for you, they end up, you end up getting into a weird situation where they do something to you, or you do something, and then now you really don't want to hang out with them, or so etc etc. We it's unfortunate that we keep going through these things the hard way when in reality it's really kind of easy. And you know, yeah, it's gonna be painful because our nervous system, our mind, our body, we've put in such a state of stress and pressured that getting it back into the normal uh, levels of just being, it's gonna feel like your world's falling apart. And you know, you might go into like these states of confusion and like trying to center yourself or ground yourself, or like whatever. But luckily for you, there's this thing, YouTube. There's millions of people out there that are really like devoted and dedicated to helping out people. So it's not like before, you're not on your own. You have, the internet's huge. There's people like me and other people, that are there shining light and willing to guide people. And I'm still not 100% there, but at least like it helps me when there's other people that are around on that same state, and we help each other. And we become kind of like mirrors of each other, and it grows. So that's the beauty of it, that as time passes, as we reach higher planes of consciousness in our evolutionary state, um, we're returning home one way or another. It's gonna happen, and even if it's not in this lifetime, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen eventually, the only process is how and when are you willing to deal with these aches and pains and illusions that we keep creating. So yes, it's gonna be painful when you've built your body on toxic foods, and now you're detoxing yourself and going through headaches and nausea and all these certain weird things. Yes, it's gonna be painful. When your nervous system is realigning itself and healing its DNA and everything. Like I'm going through those changes myself, and it's gonna happen one way or another. It's gonna happen. The vibration of the earth is raising. Cosmic energy is happening. It's realigning everybody. So it's gonna happen one way or another. And whether it's beyond us and beyond our control. It's just the way the things are in the bigger picture and in the smaller picture. So no matter what illusion you keep to, it's going to eventually break down. So I encourage people to just, and in the end, whatever we're holding on to, we're doing it obviously because we think it's what's making us happy and what's keeping us in our comfort zone. But it's really not. It's just kind of an illusion. We're just not choosing to see through all of life in the bigger scope. When you do face it, you really truly will become more abundant and truly be more in the present, content, happy, and just at peace. With yourself in this moment and with whatever your life circumstances may be. And you'll truly be in power and in control of your next move or your next moment and whatever you want to experience. So yeah, just wanted to talk about the usual here, and then try to inspire and really encourage everybody to take it to the next level. I'm you know trying day by day to reach further of letting go and meditating and eating even less of the bad stuff. So it's a challenge because we still live in this world where it's still very you know chaotic at times. So until like everybody's aligned and the whole world's completely like aligned and centered, then that's when you're gonna like really just truly just like be absorbed in it and not have to deal with any friction. But until then, we're all in this together. Alright, so much love to everybody. Lots of blessings. And hopefully you're having a very beautiful experience. Namaste.